Students, can you tell me over here speed remains constant, speed does not remains constant. Can you tell me what about omega over here? What is the formula for omega for UCM? For uniform circular motion, what's the formula for uniform for omega for UCM? Anybody?
Angular displacement upon time.
And the correct way to write down is 2 pi by capital T or 2 pi f. Okay. Whereas for non-UCM, what do you write down?
2 pi n2 minus n1 upon t2 minus t1.
Very good. Very good. That is d theta by dt always, which can be written in different ways. Students, you can write down this in different ways. The first way you can write down as theta 2 minus theta 1 upon t2 minus t1. Second way, since theta is n into 2 pi, number of revolutions into 2 pi, students. Then the same thing you can write on 2 pi into bracket theta 2 minus theta 1 upon t2 minus t1. Absolutely correct. And this is in radians per second. This is also in radian per second. Over here, omega remains constant, students. Over here, omega does not remain constant. Omega is not equal to constant. Now, when omega remains constant, what about alpha over here will be?
0.
Absolutely correct. Alpha will be 0. Over here, what exactly alpha will be?
d omega by dt.
Very good. D omega by dt. And this d omega by dt can be written in terms of, again, two ways of writing it. I can put it as omega 2 minus omega 1 upon t2 minus t1. Or second way, since omega, students, is 2 pi f, I can write down. And since there is change in frequency, frequency constant नहीं है, क्योंकि ओमेगा कांस्टेंट नहीं है, इसलिए फ्रीक्वेंसी कांस्टेंट भी नहीं है. अगर ओमेगा कांस्टेंट नहीं होगा तो फ्रीक्वेंसी कांस्टेंट नहीं होगा. तो यहाँ पे कैसे लिखोगे? 2 pi into bracket f2 minus f1 upon t2 minus t1. What exactly this alpha is called? What is this alpha called as?
Angular acceleration.
Angular acceleration. And what exactly its unit is?
Radian second square inverse.
Very good. Radian second square inverse, students. So this is also radian second square inverse. This is also radian second square inverse. And omega is always in radian per second, students. Omega is always in radian per second we consider. So that's alpha we consider for UCM. Now, since over here alpha is 0, students, can you tell me what exactly is tangential acceleration over here for uniform circular motion?
So 0.
How do you come to that conclusion it's 0, Ashwita?
So because tangential acceleration is equal to angular acceleration into position vector.
Okay. R into alpha. Absolutely correct. So alpha अगर 0 होगा तो tangential acceleration 0 होगा. 0 meter per second square. यानी students uniform circular motion में tangential acceleration होता ही नहीं है. Are you getting it? Whereas non-uniform circular motion में there will be tangential acceleration, and that is R into alpha, which is not equal to constant. Because since alpha changes, tangential acceleration also will change. Now, this tangential acceleration is the acceleration possessed by the body, which will make the body to go tangentially. But since it's circular motion, दोनों केस में circular motion है, can I say all the time the body is made to perform an arc. It is all the time made to perform an arc. Yes, it's all the time made to perform an arc in that case. That means there is one force or there is one acceleration which is directed from the particle towards the center. During the path we consider, always there is one acceleration from the particle towards the center. What is that acceleration called? For a particle performing circular motion, tangential acceleration always we consider as acting along a tangent. But there is one acceleration which was trying to make the body to change its path and make it curvilinear we consider, along an arc. which acceleration is that we consider directed from the particle?
Centripetal acceleration.
Centripetal acceleration. The centripetal acceleration is also called as radial acceleration. Can you give me the formula for centripetal acceleration? Anybody, can you give me the formula for centripetal acceleration?
V square upon r.
Okay, it's V square by r. Is that only one formula you have come across?
W square into r.
R into
Okay,
omega
that's
square.
omega square into r, or V into omega. Agreed? And this is in meter per second square. And if for a body performing uniform circular motion, students, there will be acceleration centripetal. Where non-UCM में तो एक tangential होगा, लेकिन साथ में centripetal दोनों act होगा. Both of them will be, so यहाँ पर भी will be having centripetal acceleration. Yes, and it will have three formulas. It's V square by r, or omega square into r, or V into omega. Both of these are in meter per second square. That means for uniform circular motion, there is only one acceleration. Linear from the particle towards the center, that's radial. Whereas over here, there are two accelerations. Now, since there is one acceleration, how many forces will be acting over here? And how many forces?
So one force for UCM.
One force. Which is that force?
Centripetal.
Force centripetal. The formula for force centripetal, what is force? So force is simply mass into acceleration. So mass into acceleration centripetal. So how many formulas force centripetal also will be? There are three formulas. Since there are three formulas of acceleration, there are three formulas of force. So we can multiply by m, multiply by m, multiply by m. So there are three formulas. And this answer would be simply Newton. Whereas over here also, there is force tangential and force centripetal, students. Because since there is tangential acceleration, so this is mass into acceleration tangential, this is mass into acceleration centripetal. So we have two forces will be there. Because यहाँ पे दो acceleration है, तो दो forces, एक tangential force and force centripetal we consider. Again, when somebody asks you how many formulas are there for force centripetal, there will be three formulas. Multiply this by m. And force tangential, only one formula, mass into acceleration. And it's simply multiply m over here. M into r into alpha. This answer also is in Newton. Even this answer also in Newton. Now, if I ask you, can you give me the relation for net acceleration for a particle performing circular motion, magnitude of net acceleration, force net in vector form, and magnitude of force net? Anyone?
Net acceleration is equal to A tan plus the acceleration tan plus the acceleration in the centripetal.
Very good. And what about its in magnitude?
Just like square it and root on top.
Yes. So it's AT square plus ACP square. That means you have simply used parallelogram law of vector addition. यहाँ पे tangential को तुम क्या substitute करोगे students? R alpha substitute करोगे. यानी जब भी तुम solve करोगे problem, so please listen carefully. R square alpha square will come over here. Centripetal के लिए there are three formulas. So any one formula you can select it depending on the type of question given to you. If the question has V and omega, you can use that. If the question has omega and R, use this. Or if the omega question has V and R. So read your question very carefully because there are three formulas for centripetal. Most of the time, students, when you're solving questions, you will come across for acceleration centripetal, many problems are asked on V square by R. Out of 10 problems, 7 problems are asked onto V square by R. Therefore, students are all the time habituated to remember this as the formula. They forget this as time moves further ahead. They do not recollect this. Lekin by calculus method, the correct relation for acceleration centripetal is omega square. Listen carefully. Everybody ध्यान से सुनना. Acceleration centripetal over here, if I write on this, can I say it's inversely proportional to R? देखो, यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? Directly proportional to R. है ना? But when you speak about for uniform circular motion, students, we simply consider the angular velocity of the body remaining constant. Why does the angular velocity of the body remain constant? Because the body covers equal angle and equal interval of time. So the correct way of representation acceleration centripetal is directly proportional to the radius of the circular path, keeping omega constant. Do take care of these things. Read your question very carefully. तो ये तुम्हारे दो फॉर्मूलाज हो गए. फोर्स नेट को रिप्रेजेंट करना है तो कैसे रिप्रेजेंट करोगे फोर्स नेट को भी? सर फोर्स टैंजेंशियल प्लस फोर्स सेंट्रिपिटल. इसका अगर मुझे चाहिए तो वापस फोर्स टैंजेंशियल द होल स्क्वायर प्लस फोर्स सेंट्रिपिटल द होल स्क्वायर. Now if I ask you students, can you give me the formula for direction of resultant? Force net, direction of force net. This is force tangential, this is force centripetal. I want to find out direction of net. For a body performing non-uniform circular motion, there are two acceleration, one tangential, one centripetal. Net will be along the diagonal of the parallelogram so formed. Can you give me the direction of the resultant? Is anybody? Yes, Soham, can you answer? Soham, are you there?
No, sir, I don't know.
Why?
Sorry, sir.
सोहम देखना दोनों वेक्टर्स कैसे है, बता सोहम दोनों वेक्टर कैसे हैं? All the two vectors are. हाँ?
1 second, sir. आपका screen blackout हो गया था. 1 second, let me see again.
अरे तो सो रहा है यानी पूरा लाइट आउट करके गद्दे के अंदर सो रहा है नॉटी
सो
पॉन.
नहीं रहा हूँ.
अच्छा नहीं मेरा स्क्रीन ब्लैकआउट हुआ है, मेरे समझ लगा कि रूम पूरा ब्लैकआउट है, कर्टन्स वगैरह बंद है एंड
नहीं सर, नहीं सर, नहीं सर.
okay, Ashmita has given the answer. Yes, Soham.
One second.
Ria, not proper Ria. Ashmita has given correct. Ria, think a little bit. I want direction of the resultant. मुझे बता, how are the two forces acting? कौन से दो forces के बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ मैं सोहम? जल्दी से.
कौन से दो फोर्सेस की बात कर रहे हो?
हाँ.
एक मिनट, क्यों नहीं आ रहा?
Absolutely correct, Swapnil. Swapnil is also giving correct answer. There are students who have started answering, post करने लगे. तो इतना सोच रहा है, people are answering over there in the chats. You see, Nishant has given the direction also. So, are you there? Knock, knock.
Yes sir, I'm there.
दो फोर्सेस की मैं फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ये क्वेश्चन किसके लिए पूछ रहा हूँ? मैं यूसीएम के लिए पूछ रहा हूँ या नॉन यूसीएम के लिए पूछ रहा हूँ?
एक मिनट सर, कैन यू रिपीट द क्वेश्चन प्लीज?
अभी पकड़ा तू, यानी तू तेरे जगह पे था ही नहीं.
सर क्या जगह पे?
अरे माय डियर, तो ऐसा क्यों करता है यार? मैंने क्लियरली पूछा.
जगह पे था.
वापस पूछ रहा हूँ. हाँ, अभी ध्यान से सुनना. ओके,
यस सर.
मैंने ये पूछा कि फॉर नॉन यूनिफॉर्म सर्कुलर मोशन देयर आर टू एक्सेलरेशंस. एग्रीड?
Yes.
There are two accelerations. If there are two accelerations, that means there has to be two forces.
Yes.
If there are two forces, one is tangential, one is centripetal. How do you find out the direction of the resultant?
The direction of the resultant
Yes, of these two forces.
of both of these forces, right?
Yeah.
Resultant of these two forces.
Mm.
Achha, one second. One second. Resultant.
Please, the rest of them post your answers. Those who know it, a few of them have already given answers.
Equivalent.
So, Ria, can you give your answer again, Ria? Post your answer. Yes, so I'm waiting for you.
Yes, sir. So for the resultant of both of these forces, particle force and accelerated force, we will be having it as what is it?
Correct, Ansh. Okay, Ria, you want to answer, Ria? Yes, anybody else? Come on now, anybody else? Anybody else who wants to answer for this? Nishant, answer.
So how do I find the direction or the answer?
Direction. Red ink speaks about tangential. The blue ink, the blue pen speaks about centripetal. I wanted to find out the direction of the resultant. How do you go about with this?
So how do you find the direction, or how do you find the net force?
Okay, fine. The direction. Give me the direction and then the net force.
So I got the direction. What do you say? Northwest, because like the radial force is the radial force is, in the I direction, negative I cap.
Yes, absolutely correct. And tail, result will be tail of the first vector to the head. So of course it's directed northwest we consider. For anti-clockwise motion we consider. Now if I ask you, can you give me the mathematical formula for it?
Mathematical formula for this.
Yeah.
Okay. So we know that we have two forces, centrifugal and acceleration of the particle. So we'll have two components over here, sine theta and cos theta.
Okay.
ये component है या net force है यहाँ पर?
ये net force के बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ मैं. So net force. Net force. ये देखो ना, ये तुम्हारा centripetal force minus I cap होगा और ये tangential force plus J cap है.
Yes.
Have you learned about parallelogram law of vector addition?
Yes, sir. We have learned about parallelogram law of vector addition.
हाँ, तो अगर मैंने दो vectors दिया P and Q at an angle theta, and if I tell you to find out the direction of the resultant, तो कुछ याद आ रहा है? Alpha is equal to tan inverse.
Yes, sir.
क्या है formula?
एक मिनट.
Alpha is equal to tan inverse Q sin theta upon P plus Q cos theta. Students, do you all know that formula?
One second. Sorry, sir. Yes, sir.
See, this is a problem. When we speak about these things, most of the students don't think this is simple vectors. Now, students, I'm erasing this part. ये पूरा ये erase करो. Can I erase this part?
Yes, sir, you can.
Yes, sir.
Now, please pay attention for direction of resultant students. Okay. For a body moving in anti-clockwise direction, these students do take care of it. That your tangential acceleration I can consider as vertically upwards and your centripetal is along the radius, students. Yani I'm getting two vectors mutually perpendicular to each other. Students, अगर तुम्हें ध्यान से मालूम हो students, you have learned about parallelogram law of vector addition. Okay, and what exactly the rule is? If I have vector P and vector Q at an angle theta, resultant will be where? So shift this vector parallel to itself. So I'm getting a parallelogram, tail, head. So where exactly the resultant will be? Tail of the first
It will be
vector.
from theta to the end of that parallel vector imaginary.
ये तुम्हारा resultant हो गया.
Yes, sir.
और ये तुम्हारा अल्फा था, डायरेक्शन ऑफ रिजल्टेंट. तो तुम्हारा रिजल्टेंट मैग्नीट्यूड में कैसे मिल रहा था? √p² + q² + 2p³ cos थीटा. ये तुम्हारा फॉर्मूला था. ये जो डायरेक्शन था हमने कैसे निकाला था? tan इनवर्स दिस इज q sin थीटा अपॉन p + q cos थीटा. ये तुम्हारा फॉर्मूला था. भूल गए?
सर का आवाज टूट रहा है. सर का आवाज टूट रहा है आपका.
तो हम भूल गए.
नहीं
मेरा
सर, नहीं भूल.
स्टूडेंट्स can you hear me properly? Can everybody hear me properly?
Yes sir, we can.
It
आवाज
was
आया आपको.
breaking. Now
Yes,
it is
sir, we
fine.
can hear you properly.
अभी पहले ब्रेक
Okay.
हुआ था, अभी हुआ.
Tom, everybody can hear me properly.
सर
You
पहले
are
आवाज ब्रेक हो रहा
forgetting
था,
things.
अभी भी आपका आवाज आया.
Okay. अभी now when I'm speaking about circular motion, so अभी हम circular motion के बारे में बात करते हैं. अगर मैं circular motion के बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ तो यही vectors था. ये tangential है, ये radial है, इनके बीच में एंगल 90 है, ये सेंटर है. तो इनका रिजल्टेंट कहाँ होगा? शिफ्ट दिस वेक्टर पैरेलल टू इटसेल्फ. टेल हेड रिजल्टेंट कहाँ से कहाँ जाएगा?
फ्रॉम द हेड ऑफ द इमेजिनरी वेक्टर टू द बेस. हाँ,
ये तुम्हारा रिजल्टेंट हो गया. ये जो एंगल, दिस इज एंगल फॉर डायरेक्शन. ये तुम्हारा टैंजेंशियल हुआ. तो यहाँ पे तुम फी कैसे निकालोगे? tan इनवर्स. व्हाट्स द फॉर्मूला? q sin theta upon p plus q cos theta. And what is theta over here? Theta is 90.
Yes. So 80 into sin 90.
And 80 into sine of 90 is 1. So that is acceleration tangential.
So 80 upon, sir, it will be 80 upon AR. Because cos theta is 0. Plus 0.
Plus Q is 80. 0. What is cos of 90?
Cos of 0. Cos of 90 is 0.
So answer is 80 upon AR.
Yes, that's what I was saying. Yeah. So
students, कुछ समझ में आ रहा है? Students, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yeah, absolutely correct. Students, इसलिए देखो, some students had given directly tan theta is opposite upon adjacent. And now if you want to go for the direction of it, students try to understand that looking at the vertical plane we consider, और ये anti-clockwise में जा रहा था. What exactly some students have said it. अंश और शायद निशांत ने उन्होंने क्या बोला? ये नॉर्थ पकड़ के चल रहा है, ये वेस्ट पकड़ के चल रहा है. तो ये कौन सा डायरेक्शन दिखा रहा है? नॉर्थ वेस्ट. कुछ समझ में आ रहा है स्टूडेंट्स हाउ टू अंडरस्टैंड दीस थिंग्स?
यस
मैंने क्या मैंने वेक्टर्स ही यूज किया है, मैंने कुछ ज्यादा यूज नहीं किया. और अगर मैंने पूछा व्हाट इज द मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ नेट एक्सेलरेशन, तो देखो ये डालो फॉर्मूला. व्हाट इज द मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ नेट एक्सेलरेशन? फ्रेंड्स, नेट एक्सेलरेशन क्या होगा? √80² p² की जगह पे 80² आएगा प्लस AR² प्लस 280 into AR. What is cos of 90? What is cos of 90? will be 0. तो ये पूरा 0 हो जाएगा, समझा? पीछे.
Yes, sir.
That's why it's 80² plus AR². Is this part clear to all of you all?
Yes, sir.
Can I erase this, students? क्या मैं इसको erase कर सकता हूँ, students?
Yes, sir, you can.
Okay. So हम तो ध्यान नहीं देता, मैंने देखा ये तेरा तो बहुत कैजुअल है स्टडीज में. Okay, students. Now, students, I must have told you about this also, students. Before going for the proof of certain terms, students, I wanted to give me, listen carefully. This is a question which I'm trying to raise it to you all, students. And I want a correct answer for this. Okay. The question is, students, a body said to move in anti-clockwise direction. Agreed. A body said to move in motion anti-clockwise. Or the other word for it is counterclockwise. Students, I want you to write down. I'm giving you some questions over here. I want you to write down the correct state, correct vector product. I want you to state the correct vector product for the given physical quantities. Okay. I repeat, the body is said to perform circular motion, but in what direction? Anti-clockwise direction, students. मुझे चाहिए correct vector product for the following physical quantities. क्या ये clear हुआ question? For the given अभी मैं quantities बता रहा हूँ मैं. First one. Listen carefully, students. The first one, if I happen to consider, I want to give me the relation between ds bar, d theta bar, r bar, and my subject is ds. Second, ये मेरा subject है, मुझे इसका formula चाहिए. In terms of these two. समझ में आ रहा है? In terms of these two, you have to get it very clear in this case. Second is, I want a relation between omega bar, r bar, and v bar, and my subject is v bar. Give me a correct vector product rule. Third one, I want a relation for r bar, alpha bar, acceleration tangential bar, and my subject is acceleration tangential. Fourth, I want a relation for linear momentum, angular momentum, position vector, and my subject is angular momentum. Fifth, I want position vector, force, and torque. I want a relation for torque. Students, hope the questions are clear. There are 5 questions I've put forward across y'all. These kind of MCQs also have been asked. Question वापस मैं repeat कर रहा हूँ. A particle is performing circular motion in anti-clockwise direction. Students, I want the correct vector product for the given physical quantities. Where in the first question, there are 3 physical quantities given to you. This is my subject. These are the 3 physical quantities. This is my subject. R alpha tangential acceleration my subject. Linear momentum, angular momentum, position vector, angular momentum is the subject. Position vector, force, moment of force is my subject. Is this question clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, get me the answers correct as fast as possible. And one who finishes all 5, please raise your hand. Yes, Riya. I want all answers, Riya.
Yes, sir. Right.
So we have to find what is the values you written down.
Yeah, I want to write down the mathematical relations for the subject.
Okay.
This is my subject, and I want to write down the mathematical relations for the subject in correct vector forms. That is by the rule of cross product, yeah, vector products.
Okay, understood.
Body set to move in an anti-clockwise direction. Soham, अभी सारे आंसर्स तेरे को करेक्ट आने चाहिए. Soham, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm there. I'm doing it right now.
Okay, सारे आंसर्स करेक्ट चाहिए मुझे. Nishant, your first is not proper.
No, I couldn't put integration. That's why.
Okay, fine. And students, please be careful when you are going out also. Yesterday itself only 24 hours, 439 cases in Mumbai. In 24 hours. A huge jump. Please to take care and please do precautions. Okay, take precautions when you're moving out, please. Because you all are not vaccinated at all. All of you are unvaccinated. So please do take care when you move out from your home. Wherever you're going. Ria, not proper. Okay, students, shall I solve it for you all now? Students?
Yes, sir. I'm on the third right now.
So I just saw the last two. I forgot about those. But yeah.
Correct. Your angular momentum and torque also correct. So Ashmita is also correct. Ashmita, correct. Alpha. Very good. Very good. Ashmita. Ashmita, first वाला तूने नहीं दिया. First वाला दिया?
हाँ. So
कहाँ
first
दिया?
I'm not getting.
नहीं है अश्मिता, कहाँ दिया है? नॉटी कर. तूने सेकंड से आंसर दिया, सेकंड थर्ड फोर्थ फिफ्थ के आंसर दिया, फर्स्ट वाला नहीं दिया तूने.
So वो answer wrong or I'm not clear in that.
Okay. Now please pay attention, students. Two students have given the answer. Students, ये जब समझना था तो मैंने clearly बोला. I don't know about it. How many people have got the vector part of it correct? First of all, students, मुझे बताओ cross product या vector products is used in vectors in which part of physics? Then students, you should say it's always two-dimensional motion and precisely circular motion and rotational.
Yes.
Students, cross product of two vectors. I'm again and again repeating it. Students, this you are on the fourth or the fifth chapter or fourth chapter, whatever it is. If you're on the 33rd chapter also physics, then too also over there, students, do keep in mind cross product is always used for topics related to two-dimensional motion, precisely circular motion and rotational. कभी भूलना नहीं है. यानी vector products या cross products पूरे physics में सिर्फ इसी में ही use होगा. If a body is moving along an arc, अगर arc form में move हो रहा है या पूरा circular path है या rotation में है, then only. Now when you look into it, मैंने correct vector notation पूछा, क्या motion कौन से direction में? तो बोला anti-clockwise में right hand scroll में मेरा resultant तो देखो, thumb shows the positive axis. Now let us understand, अगर suppose इसको समझना है तो मैं क्या करूंगा? सर ऐसा करते हैं ना, हम एक particle को assume करते हैं कि particle सारे केस में anti-clockwise में move हो रहा है. Students, मैंने क्या किया मालूम है? मैंने एक डायग्राम यहाँ पे बना दिया जहाँ पे मैंने assume किया है कि ये है motion of the particles. Are you getting it? Let us see the particle is moving in a circular path, and this is the top view I'm giving to you. ये horizontal plane है. Let me take this as x-axis and y-axis. This is I and j. Soham, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm there.
Okay. तो ये दोनों axis हुआ. यानी particle xy plane में revolve कर रहा है students. तो उसका ये जो perpendicular axis है, वो कौन सा axis होगा सर? वो तो z axis होगा. Agreed? ये z axis है. ये perpendicular to the plane होगा. Particle is moving in an anti-clockwise direction. Now when I speak about where are all these terms are acting, students, I have made it very clear in the last lecture where exactly these terms are. अगर तुम देखोगे कोई भी particle अगर circular motion perform कर रहा है students, तो उसका position vector देखो. Position vector means now I'll try to put forward in this manner. Students, listen carefully. This is x, this is y, this is z, I, j, k. Now if you see over here students, ये मेरा position vector होगा. Position vector shows instantaneous position, students. Where exactly acceleration centripetal is going to act? So acceleration centripetal is directed from the particle towards the center, but it is also acting along x-axis. Whereas force centripetal is acting. So force centripetal is also in the direction of acceleration centripetal. And students, how many vectors are acting along x-axis? I'm not saying about the direction.
Yes.
Only sir. Along I cap I'll consider. So in this case, along x-axis.
ACP and FCP.
Acceleration centripetal, force
centripetal. Yeah, sorry, 3. Yes, sir.
Is this clear to all of you all? First of all.
Yes, sir.
Now when I speak about when a body is performing circular motion, where are the tangential terms? Students, अभी ध्यान से सुनना. ये सोचो कि अगर मैंने कोई स्टोन दिया है और उसको मैंने धागे से बांधा हुआ है और उसको मैं रिवॉल्व कर रहा हूँ हॉरिजॉन्टल प्लेन में, और बाय चांस मैंने सिजर से यहाँ पे मैंने स्टोन को कट मार दिया, सिजर से मैंने उसका स्ट्रिंग को काट दिया. तो स्टूडेंट्स, कैन यू टेल मी हाउ इज द स्टोन गोइंग टू गो? सो इट्स गोइंग टू गो tangentially. See the stone is going to go tangentially. If I say tangentially, that means can I say the stone is going to go along which axis? It's going to go along which axis? It will go along y-axis, parallel. Tangential. Which are the tangential terms? Friends, which are the tangential terms you'll come across? The tangential terms along y-axis will be what? Linear displacement. स्टूडेंट्स यहाँ पे लीनियर डिस्प्लेसमेंट होगा. व्हाट इज लीनियर डिस्प्लेसमेंट अपॉन टाइम? लीनियर वेलोसिटी. Velocity upon time, linear acceleration called tangential acceleration. Linear momentum and tangential force. Students, are you getting it? See all these vectors, they're acting along which axis?
Y-axis.
क्या ये clear हुआ, students?
Yes, sir.
Students, all the students inside the group, so have understood. What about rest of y'all? Riya, are you getting it?
Yes, I'm getting it.
Okay, what about you, Vansh? Sapnil, you're not answering at all. Pranshul, Purvi. Purvi, you're not answering at all. Jason.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, excuse. So,
sir, we just got a message from the school, from Vidyanidhi
Okay.
College, that we are having Christmas vacations from 25th to 3rd of January.
What is it?
From Vidyanidhi, we got a message that we are having Christmas vacations from 25th to 2nd of January.
क्या बात है? Very good. देखा?
And sir, we also got a portion. We got a
अरे,
portion also along with it about the we have to prepare for the term exam.
अरे वाह. What is the portion?
So for physics, one second, let me open. One second. It is a little bit up. One second. कहाँ पर गया portion?
ऐसे मत कर तू. ऐसा time चला जाएगा अपना.
Yeah. Post exam syllabus. Physics, units and measurement.
हो गया है.
Mathematical method.
हो गया.
Gravitation.
नहीं हुआ ना?
No, I don't think. Gravitation, motion in the
Okay.
plane.
हो गया.
Optics.
नहीं हुआ.
Optics अभी कर रहे हैं हेमंत सर physically.
अरे optics कर रहे हैं?
हाँ, he is doing optics right now physically. Hemant sir.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
And we have electric currents through conductors.
हो गया ना?
हाँ, हो गया.
Okay, fine. यानी दो टॉपिक. एक ही टॉपिक बाकी है तुम्हारा, बस ग्रेविटेशन ही बाकी है बस.
आपने कराया था फिजिकली हम लोगों को. Yeah.
Okay, students. Now let us go for this one. So these are the terms along x-axis. These are the terms along y-axis. What about z-axis? So all the angular terms anti-clockwise along z-axis. So what are the angular terms we consider? So the angular terms will be theta, omega, agreed, alpha, angular momentum, and torque. These are all along z-axis. So students, along z-axis will be theta, omega, alpha, angular momentum, and torque. So now you have I, J, K. Now can you give me the correct relation? If you happen to look for ds, students, the answer is now. I want ds as a subject. Using your right hand screw rule, students, let me go for this as I, J, K. Students, where exactly ds is going to act? So ds is acting along which axis? So it's along j cap. ds is along j cap. So what exactly? If I say j cap, what is j cap? We'll say, sir, j cap will be equal to what? K cross I. कुछ याद आ रहा है? Anti-clockwise motion में?
Yes, sir.
देखो, anti-clockwise motion में what is j? K cross I. We had done it in vector products. So K cross I. Which one is acting along K? Which one is acting along K? Theta. So can I say it will be d theta cross R? Agreed. Students, so correct way of writing displacement of a particle in terms of angular displacement and position vector for a body moving in anti-clockwise direction is always d theta cross R. You can't write an R cross d theta. ये ध्यान में रखना. अगर तुमने R cross d theta देखा, उसका मतलब ये कौन से एक्सिस पे जाएगा? नेगेटिव z एक्सिस पे, नेगेटिव एक्सिस पे चला जाएगा. Direction will get reversed. Is this clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please, it is very important. ये वेक्टर प्रोडक्ट के हिसाब से जा रहा हूँ. इसलिए मैंने क्लियरली क्लासिफाई किया है आई कैप पे कौन से वेक्टर्स एक्ट हो रहे हैं, जे कैप पे कौन से z, मोशन एंटी क्लॉकवाइज में. And what is the rule you have come across? What is the rule you have come across? J cap is equal to what? K cross I. Students, अगर K मेरा सब्जेक्ट है, what is K cap? I cross J. What is I cap? J cross K. अगर मैं clockwise जाता हूँ students, so what exactly? I cross K will be what? Minus J. K cross J will be minus I. And I cross K will be, that is J cross I will be minus K. That means if I'm going in clockwise, my answer will be negative by using right hand screw rule. Now let us go for the next one. Angular velocity. So you'll say, sir, angular velocity,
omega into R
is acting along K cap.
Yes.
Position vector is acting along I cap.
Yes, sir.
And linear velocity is along J cap.
J cap.
सर आपको linear velocity subject बनाना है, यानी आपको आंसर चाहिए J cap. तो
Yes.
J cap for anti-clockwise, what is J cap will be? Will it be K cross I या I cross K?
K cross I.
Very good. K cross I. और ये सिखा चुका था मैं. तो K पे क्या हो, यानी कह रहे हैं it's omega bar
Omega
cross
into R dash. Yeah.
Okay, R dash नहीं, vector R.
Vector R, sorry. Vector R.
R
Sorry,
dash. ऐसा बोलता है तू physics.
Sorry,
So V
sir.
bar
Sorry.
is equal to omega bar cross R bar, we can say. Agreed. Now when I go for tangential acceleration, students, what is
It
tangential
will be I
acceleration?
cap into J cap.
Okay, so tangential acceleration, if I happen to consider, will be J cap. So what exactly J cap will be, students? J cap will be again K cross I. Okay, so K पे कौन सा axis है? Alpha. See, alpha is along K cap. So can I say this is alpha cross R? So tangential acceleration is alpha cross R. ये
Alpha
correct
cross
है.
R.
ये एंटी क्लॉकवाइज. अगर मैंने क्लॉकवाइज लिया होता ना R cross alpha, तो ये माइनस में आता.
Okay.
ये समझना है. Agreed, students?
Yes, sir. Agreed.
Mind you, students, जब भी तुम MCQs करोगे ना, circular motion and rotation, all of you are listen carefully as you move further in physics. So what you are doing, electromagnetism. Students, so what you are doing, magnetic effect of electric current, वहाँ पे भी charge particles को revolve कराते हैं. Students, ये ध्यान में रखना, 10 problems में से 7 से 8 problems बोलेंगे all the motions are in anti-clockwise. Because the rule is because of right hand screw rule. तो ये जितने भी क्वेश्चंस होंगे तुम्हारे सर्कुलर मोशन और रोटेशनल के ऊपर, ज्यादा करके प्रॉब्लम्स तुम्हें मोशन काउंटर क्लॉकवाइज या एंटी क्लॉकवाइज, काउंटर क्लॉकवाइज का दूसरा नाम एंटी क्लॉकवाइज में ही देंगे. दैट इज व्हाई यू नीड टू नो द करेक्ट वेक्टर नोटेशंस ऑफ इट. अगर बाय चांस कोई हटके कोई प्रॉब्लम आ जाता है क्लॉकवाइज, तो तुम्हारा डायरेक्शन चेंज हो जाएगा. देन यू हैव टू गो विद रिस्पेक्ट टू द क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट रूल इन नेगेटिव. So do take care in these cases. Now when I say about linear momentum, angular momentum, position vector, angular momentum is acting along what? K cap. ये K cap है. Agreed? So this is K cap. So what exactly K cap? What's the formula? Sir, K cap will be I cross J. ये मेरा आंसर होना चाहिए. तो I पे कौन सा है सर? ये position vector is along I. So this is R cross P. That's the correct one. Riya, getting it?
Yes, sir.
Now torque is moment of force. Moment of force is what? So moment of force is along Z axis.
Along
So
K cap. Same formula as force.
Yeah. So K is equal to what?
I cross J.
Now I will be what? हाँ sir. It will be R cross F and not F cross R. क्या ये clear हुआ?
Yes, sir.
So students, now when somebody asks you a particle is performing circular motion in an anti-clockwise direction, how do you write down linear displacement? So students, perfect cross product d theta cross r लिखना. If anybody asks you how to write down velocity, v bar is equal omega bar cross r bar. Anti-clockwise बोला हुआ मैंने. Tangential acceleration alpha cross r. Angular momentum r cross p. Moment of force r cross f. Is this clear? Is this clear to all of my students? और ये क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट है. अगर सपोज मैं कंपोनेंट्स में सपोज इफ इन केस इफ आई वांट टू राइट डाउन इन मैग्नीट्यूड, can you tell me what is the magnitude of linear velocity, students? Magnitude. So what exactly v bar? What exactly v can be written as? So it's omega r sine theta. What's a component used over here, students? What exactly for cross product? What's a component used over here? Sine theta. Sine theta. Cross product में हम लोग क्या यूज करते हैं? Sine theta. यानी theta is the angle. Theta is the angle between angular displacement and position vector. See angular displacement and see position vector. What is the angle formed between them? 90. तो sine of 90 is 1. Displacement is maximum. समझ में आ रहा है students? यहाँ पे जो क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट लिया है, अगर मैं क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट निकाल देता हूँ तो व्हाट इज द कंपोनेंट यूज? साइन थीटा, साइन थीटा, साइन थीटा, साइन थीटा, RF sin theta. Students, in dot product we use component cos theta. In cross products we use component sin theta. Is this much clear to all of you now? Students, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Can I erase this now? पूरा erase कर दूँ ये अभी?
So,
Yeah.
so in the table, the box which you made in J cap, what is the last one? Momentum, FT.
Momentum, linear momentum, and tangential force.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Tangential force in the direction of tangential acceleration. जिस डायरेक्शन में एक्सेलरेशन होगा उसी डायरेक्शन में फोर्स होगा, जिस डायरेक्शन में डिस्प्लेसमेंट होगा उसी डायरेक्शन में वेलोसिटी होगा, जिस डायरेक्शन में एक्सेलरेशन सेंट्रीपिटल होगा उसी डायरेक्शन में फोर्स सेंट्रीपिटल होगा. ओके?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Can I erase it, students? Erase करो.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, students. Now let me see two just questions I'm trying to put forward, and I don't think so most of you all will be able to answer, students. Okay. First question is, students, for a body moving in anti-clockwise direction, students, I want you to derive V bar is equal to omega bar cross R bar. Okay, the body is performing non-UCM, students. Okay, in anti-clockwise direction. मुझे ये चाहिए. How do you get this relation? V bar is equal to omega bar cross R bar. That's my first question. Second is, students, I want acceleration net as acceleration tangential plus acceleration radial. I want you to derive this as my equation, and this is my equation. Can anybody answer for this? Fast. So it's both the statements are true. क्योंकि non-uniform circular motion में, of course, this will hold true. Okay, V bar is equal to omega bar cross R bar. Anti-clockwise direction में है. तो अगर मैं anti-clockwise direction में देखूंगा, अभी ध्यान से देखना students, ये I, ये J और ये K. तो velocity तो कौन से? J cap है. तो what is J cap? Sir, it's K cross I. हाँ सर, ओमेगा क्रॉस आर, ये तो करेक्ट है. एग्रीड. दूसरा ये वाला चाहिए. ये किसके लिए होगा? नॉन यूसीएम के लिए होगा. मुझे दोनों का डेरिवेशन चाहिए. एनीवन हु कैन डिराइव इट फास्ट. The most intelligent student of the class will be answering. सोहम. सोहम
Yes,
तो
sir.
है, तो है कि नहीं है? अच्छा.
So will, sir.
Yeah.
So can I say?
हाँ बोलो. See now Ashmita is answering.
Yes, sir.
बोलो.
So we'll differentiate the above statement and get the second one, acceleration, net acceleration.
Oh, Swapnil has given the answer. And you have also answered in this case. I want the first one. पहले मुझे पहला वाला बताओ.
So first
Second one is हाँ बोलो.
used by the formula theta is equal to S upon R.
Okay, so what is ds? D theta cross R.
Yes, sir.
Think as if the displacement is very small. स्टूडेंट ध्यान से सुनना, अगर कोई बॉडी परफॉर्म कर रहा है सर्कुलर मोशन, और अगर मैंने बोला, ध्यान से सुनना, अगर मैंने बोला कि यहाँ से यहाँ पे जो मोशन है दिस इज वेरी स्मॉल, स्टूडेंट्स अगर ये डिस्प्लेसमेंट इज वेरी स्मॉल, इनफाइनाइट डिस्प्लेसमेंट, तो कैन आई से arc length will not be considered as arc, it will be considered as a chord, it will be considered as a chord because the displacement is very small. अगर ये तुम्हारा पोजीशन वेक्टर है, ये तुम्हारा डिस्प्लेसमेंट है, so what is the angle traced? So if displacement is very small, the angle is very small, है ना? That is d theta we consider for a body performing circular motion.
So in
Agree?
last lecture, I think we derived this.
Okay, fine. So now fast, then answer fast, differentiating both the sides. What exactly ds by dt is equal to d theta by dt? Will you differentiate r?
No, sir.
Okay, r is constant in this case. So what exactly this will be? Linear velocity. ये कौन सा velocity होगा?
Angular velocity.
Angular velocity. And since it's non-UCM, we can write on d theta by dt cross r. So students, to get this, you have to use this formula. Agreed? Now for the second one, what are you going to do? What you said it?
So I said that we'll differentiate this.
Okay, which rule you use? Which rule you use? Product rule? Okay, so how do you go about? Tell me.
So first dv by dt, we'll keep
Okay.
r as constant and differentiate omega.
Omega, keeping r constant. And second case?
Keeping omega constant and differentiating r.
Very good. Now in this case, what exactly we consider d omega by dt will be equal to?
Angular acceleration.
Angular acceleration. That's alpha cross r plus omega bar cross
velocity.
What is this? Which is this acceleration?
Tangential acceleration.
Tangential acceleration. And which is this acceleration?
Radial.
Radial or centripetal acceleration. Whereas centripetal acceleration is directed along which axis? Centripetal acceleration is always directed along which axis?
So
Ashmita, x-axis. If I happen to go for I as my subject, so what exactly I will be equal to? Can I say J cross K? Anti-clockwise motion?
Yes, sir.
So can I say this is J? I get it. Now listen carefully. The answer is no. Everybody listen carefully. I is equal to J cross A. Please, everyone, focus yourself. I repeat, acceleration centripetal is acting along x-axis. But now my question to you is acceleration centripetal is acting along positive x-axis या negative x-axis?
So negative x-axis.
हाँ, यानी देखो अगर मैं I cap लेता हूँ तो I is equal to J cross K. समझ में आ रहा है? ये पॉजिटिव है, लेकिन अगर मैंने इसको फ्लिप कर दिया K cross J लिखूंगा, कैन आई से दिस बिकम्स माइनस I? हाँ स्टूडेंट्स?
Yes, sir.
So now if I say acceleration centripetal is acting along what? Negative x-axis. So what should I write on in correct vector notation? K cross J. Means can I say vector notation में it will be omega bar cross V bar. क्या ये क्लियर हुआ सबको? वेक्टर प्रोडक्ट्स स्टूडेंट्स, क्या ये क्लियर हुआ? यानी स्टूडेंट्स ध्यान से सुनना, लास्ट लेक्चर आई मस्ट हैव डिराइव्ड इट, बट जानबूझ के मैं इसके बारे में मैंने डायरेक्ट फॉर्मूला डाल दिया, लेकिन व्हाई एम आई टेलिंग यू राइट नाउ अगेन? बिकॉज़ वी डिड क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट्स. So students, listen carefully. If anyone asks you what is the correct relation to write on centripetal acceleration or radial acceleration in vector form, this is one way of writing it. Or the one which we derived it in the last lecture, which asked you what did we do? So acceleration radial or acceleration centripetal, students, is given by negative omega square into r. क्या ये क्लियर हुआ स्टूडेंट्स? ये देखो, how is radial acceleration? So radial acceleration is from the particle towards the center, and position vector is in the direction opposite. So both of them are anti-parallel, negative sign. So correct way of writing acceleration radial is negative omega square into r. as per vector और omega cross b. क्या ये clear हुआ सबको? Students, is this clear to all of you all? Ashmita,
Yes.
is it clear?
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay. Can I erase the students? Nishant, is it clear with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Swapnil.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. See, these are the ones who are responding. Riya, what about you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, क्या मैं इसको erase कर सकता हूँ? सोहम, तेरे को समझ में आया सोहम? देखा, चला गया सोहम. He's not there. See, 45 minutes before the lectures. Friends, can I erase it now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, students. Now, students, we speak about certain mathematics, because students, when you're doing this particular chapter, there are lots of formulas coming forward over here. So now we go for the next part of the formula, students. The formula, this represents the students maximum velocity, students, for a car moving on a circular unbanked road. Okay, students, we want to find out the mathematical relation for Vmax for a car moving on a circular unbanked road, students. Abhi ye kya hai? What exactly this? Before going for this, students, I'll just go for a simple concept, students. All of you must have learned in laws of motion, students. Students, मुझे बताओ, force का classification क्या है? How do you classify force? Fast. Force को कैसे classify करते हो? Now, students, to understand this, I need to go for this. I need formula for maximum velocity for a car moving on a circular. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ मालूम है students? इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि अगर कोई circular track है, students अभी ध्यान से देखना students, ये circular track है. Are you getting it? Now let us say that I'm giving you 3 lanes. Everybody listen carefully, students. Huh? This is lane 1, this is lane 2, lane 3. All 3 are circular tracks, students. And this is the center. मुझे बताओ students, कौन सा ट्रैक सबसे मैक्सिमम स्पीड कंसिडर करता है? Does the innermost track gives you maximum speed or the outermost track? हाँ students, speed limit सबसे ज्यादा किसका होगा? Okay, forget about this. Students, मुझे ये बताओ, for right hand drive cars, because all cars we have it in India is right hand drive. Okay, we are speaking about these cars only, students. मुझे ये बताओ स्टूडेंट्स, ओवरटेक तुम करते हो, गाड़ियों को ओवरटेक करना है तो किस तरफ से ओवरटेक करते हो? क्या लेफ्ट से ओवरटेक करते हो या राइट से ओवरटेक करते हो? इतना तो पता होगा. हाँ स्टूडेंट्स, कहाँ से ओवरटेक होता है? किसी गाड़ी को ओवरटेक करना है तो कहाँ से होता है? लेफ्ट से होता है या राइट से होता है?
राइट.
ऑफ कोर्स राइट से. उसका मतलब द स्पीड लिमिट ऑन द राइट हैंड साइड शुड बी ग्रेटर. एंड अ स्टूडेंट हु स्लाइटली वाइज इन सर्कुलर मोशन विल से, सर अगर मैं ये कार का स्पीड लिमिट डिफाइन कर रहा हूँ, उसका मतलब आई एम कीपिंग द एंगुलर वेलोसिटी कांस्टेंट. That means their magnitude of velocity also is remaining constant. That means I'm going with constant speed. Using the formula V is equal to R omega. ध्यान से देखना students. Using the formula V is equal to R omega, we consider. Is that clear? Can I say if omega is kept constant, if R increases, V also increases, and V remains constant for that R. Students, if R increases, radius increases. If radius increases, for the first one, this is the radius. Second one, this is the radius. Third one, this is the radius. If radius increases, velocity will increase for that lane and it will remain constant. तो कौन सा ट्रैक सबसे मैक्सिमम स्पीड लिमिट देता है? सर हमेशा बाहर का ट्रैक. स्टूडेंट्स तभी जाके जब भी सर्कुलर ट्रैक्स होते हैं ना स्टूडेंट्स, they write on the speed limits also. Let us say the speed limit for this will be, let us say this is 60 kilometers per hour kmph. This is 80 kilometers per hour and this is 100 kilometers per hour. यानी स्टूडेंट्स अगर तुम्हारी कार लेन 1 में चल रही है तो उसका स्पीड लिमिट कितना होगा? 60. ये मैक्सिमम स्पीड है. अभी मुझे बताओ स्टूडेंट्स, तुम्हारे डैड ड्राइव कर रहे हैं. लिसन केयरफुली स्टूडेंट्स, तुम्हारे डैड ड्राइव कर रहा है and he is driving in lane 1 and he sees a signboard over there which has a speed of 60 kilometers per hour and you're going, it's a continuous circular path, okay, and you're going with a constant speed. You tell your dad, try to gain speed in the same lane. Students, you will tell your dad to increase the speed for the same lane. That means being in the same lane, your speedometer should go beyond 60, 62, 65, 70, 75. What is going to happen? क्या होगा? जब भी तुम्हारी गाड़ी एक परमिसिबल लिमिट से ज्यादा मूव करोगे उसी लेन में, तो होगा क्या? सर गाड़ी टॉपल हो जाएगी. The car will undergo toppling. यानी वो बाहर की तरफ रेडियली आउटवर्ड हो जाएगा क्योंकि मोशन एक्सेलरेटेड हो गया, नॉन इनर्शियल फ्रेम ऑफ रेफरेंस में आ गया. तो उसके ऊपर कौन सा फोर्स लग रहा है? एक सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स लगा और वो गाड़ी को पलटी मार देगा. Will try to move in the outward and that is how accidents have been caused. स्टूडेंट्स जब भी तुम्हें पता है कि तुम्हारी कार की स्पीड बढ़ाना है तो ऑटोमेटिकली योर डैड विल ट्राई टू गो इन द सेकंड लेन. जब भी उनकी स्पीड कम होगी, he'll come in the first lane. If he wants to go for certain more speed, he'll go on to the third lane. तभी जाके students, heavy vehicles will always go on the inner lanes. Heavy vehicle trucks and lorries and these particular ones, tankers, they will try to go in the first lane because उनका permissible limit बहुत कम है. अगर by chance कोई ट्रक यहाँ पे जाने लगा with high speeds, उसकी possibility होगी toppling का. And this is for safety of a driver. That is why students, we need to derive a correct relation for maximum velocity for a car moving on a circular road. But is it banked? No. That means banking means there is no slope. It's a plane surface. Unbanked का मतलब it's a plane surface. क्या ये part clear हुआ सबको? Before going ahead. Students, is it clear to all of you all?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, can you classify force? To understand this, I need to classify force, students. Can you classify force? Students, force को classify कर सकते हो? Which have done in laws of motion, students. So, what is the classification of force? Sir, force को हम classify करते हैं in two categories. What is the first we consider? So, the first category we consider is real force. और ये होगा pseudo force. या imaginary force. या false force. What are real forces? Forces which has origin. Forces which has origin and source. इसको हम बोलते हैं real force. जिसको no origin, forces which has no origin, no source, are called as pseudo force. Students, मैं ये क्यों ले रहा हूँ? Why am I taking this? Please, I'm not interested in going for laws of motion, students. ये मैं क्यों ले रहा हूँ to make you understand this part? And how many of you all will try to think in that manner? Because forces are classified into this. Real force को अभी हम classification वापस देते हैं. Real forces को classification होगा conservative force, and non-conservative force. जिसको तुमने क्या नाम दे दिया? Conservative force को तुमने क्या नाम दे दिया? Non-contact force. और ये कौन सा हुआ? Contact force. Non-contact force में कौन से forces आ गए तुम्हारे? Gravitational force, electrostatic force, magnetic force. ये सारे non-contact force हुए. Contact forces में कौन से forces आ गए? Nuclear force, force due to collision, so called as impulsive force, tension, force of friction, normal reaction force. ये सारे कौन से हैं? Contact forces. Students, क्या ये तुम लोगों ने पढ़ा है कि नहीं पढ़ा?
Yes, sir.
है ना? अभी देखो, अभी ध्यान से सुनना, ये मैं क्यों बता रहा हूँ, ध्यान से सुनना. रियल फोर्स का मतलब क्या है? एज ओरिजिन एंड सोर्स. सीडो फोर्स का मतलब क्या है? नो ओरिजिन नो सोर्स. Agreed? Let us understand this concept to understand this. Now listen carefully, students. You are with your dad, and your dad is driving. Students, your dad is driving, and your dad took a sudden left. Students, this is your car, and your car is moving a sudden left. Okay? Your dad is over here, and you are over here. When he takes a sudden left, in that case, where do you tend to go? Do you tend to go on the left-hand side, or do you tend to go on the right-hand side? Your car is moving on a circular path, and your dad is taking a sudden left. He's taking a sudden left turn. So तुम किस तरफ जाओगे? Will you go outwards, or will you go towards your dad? Students?
So towards my dad.
Towards dad. That means to the right-hand side. है ना? उसी टाइम पे डैड ने तुम्हें क्वेश्चन पूछा. ध्यान से सुना स्टूडेंट्स. उसी टाइम पे तुम्हारे डैड ने तुम्हें क्वेश्चन पूछा कि बेटा तुम मेरे तरफ क्यों आ रहे हो? मैंने तो तुम्हें खींचा नहीं. तुम मेरे तरफ क्यों आ रहे हो? मैंने तो तुम्हें खींचा नहीं. तो तुम्हारा आंसर क्या होगा? He didn't pull you. Nor even there was somebody sitting next to you who pushed you. Students, push and pull की वजह से तुम मूव होगे ना. आगे पीछे अगर इंसान को जाना है तो वो पुश और पुल की वजह से होगा. So nahi there was a pull by your dad, nor somebody was there next to you who pushed you. But when the car was taking a sudden left, you moved towards the right. So what is the reason for it? Why did you move towards right?
So because of pseudo force.
Of course, because of pseudo force, a false force, an imaginary force. So the same question was raised to Sir Isaac Newton. डैड ने जो तुम्हें क्वेश्चन पूछा, तुमने पूछा न्यूटन को. न्यूटन भी आंसर नहीं दे सका था. तभी जाके न्यूटन ने क्या बोला? भाई समझ ले कि कोई सीडो फोर्स है. और उसने जानबूझ के ये फोर्स बोला क्योंकि उसको खुद को नहीं मालूम था कि ये फोर्स कहां से आ रहा है. नहीं पता, सोर्स नहीं पता, फिर भी तू जा रहा है. लेकिन सीडो फोर्स कभी एक्ट होगा मालूम है स्टूडेंट्स? कभी. व्हेन एग्जैक्टली सीडो फोर्स? अश्विता, सीडो फोर्स कभी एक्ट होता है बताओ? तो तुम क्या बोलोगे? सर सीडो फोर्स हमेशा. हाँ बोलो.
So when we are moving in one direction and we are changing it suddenly.
Okay, so if you have a sudden change in direction will occur with change in speed. That means when the motion is accelerated, when the motion is accelerated or retarded. Yani when sudden brakes are applied, a sudden acceleration, that means when you are in non-inertial frame of reference. Students, when you are in non-inertial frame of reference, उस टाइम पे तुम्हें सीडो फोर्स होगा, इमेजिनरी फोर्स होगा. अभी देखो ये कंसेप्ट मैं यहाँ पे ले रहा हूँ. अभी ध्यान से सुनना एवरीबॉडी. Think your car was going in lane 1. Your speed limit was 60. You forced your dad. Dad increased speed. increase speed. Don't change the lane, but increase speed. So your dad started increasing the speed. He went from 60 to 63 to 64 to 65, 68. जैसे जैसे speed बढ़ना शुरू हुआ, what exactly you started? You started hearing a sound in your car. Students, you started hearing a screechy sound of the tires. Students, the tires were now rubbing to the road to a great extent. Yani friction started playing a role to a great extent. यानी तुम्हारी कार, ध्यान से सुनना, तुम्हारी कार डिमांड कर रही है, भाई मुझे लेन 2 में लेके जाओ. तुम्हारी कार डिमांड कर रही है लेन 2 पे लेके जाओ, लेकिन तुम लेन 2 पे नहीं लेके जा रहे हो, तुमने लेन 1 में ही रखा है और स्पीड बढ़ा रहे हो. तो एक फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स है जो कार को हमेशा उसी टर्न में रख रहा है, उसी टर्न में रख रहा है. यानी कौन सा फोर्स कार को सर्कुलर पाथ में लेके जा रहा है? कौन सा फोर्स कार को सर्कुलर पाथ में लेके जा रहा है? तो तुम्हारा आंसर होगा फ्रिक्शन फोर्स. और वो फोर्स किस तरफ डायरेक्ट होगा? फ्रॉम द कार टुवर्ड्स द सेंटर. और वो होल्ड कर रहा है कार को, इट्स होल्डिंग द कार फॉर सम इंटरवल्स. लेकिन जैसे तुम्हारा स्पीड और आगे बढ़ गया स्टूडेंट्स, जैसे तुम्हारा स्पीड आगे बढ़ गया 67, 68, 70, now the tire will say भाई अभी मेरे से नहीं हो रहा है. Now the tires will start responding कि भाई now I can't hold the car further because friction supports motion. यहाँ पे friction हो रहा है, लेकिन जैसे तुम्हारी स्पीड बढ़ रही है और तुम बाहर की तरफ नहीं जा रहे हो, you're getting a screechy sound of the car, in that case the tire of the car, and it's holding the car for a certain interval. लेकिन beyond certain speed what happens? Now the friction surrenders itself. During that time what's going to happen? Your car will topple. Your car is certainly, and what's happening? You're trying to increase the speed. Means can I say the motion is getting accelerated? Means is your car in an inertial frame of reference? No, it's a non-inertial frame of reference. What made your car to topple? What made it? That means there is some force which is acting onto it. Same question was asked to Newton. He could not answer. So what he said it? Pseudo force. And the name of pseudo force, what he gave it is, for car to topple, he said force centrifugal. Which force? Force centrifugal. So students, centrifugal force is a radially outward force. Centrifugal force is a radially outward force. ये कभी act होगा? For the car to undergo toppling effect. कार कभी toppling effect होगा जब भी friction कम हो जाता है. जब भी friction कम हो जाता है. Friction कभी कम होगा? Friction कभी कम होगा जब भी motion accelerated होगा. Motion कभी accelerate होगा? When the body is in a non-inertial frame of reference. उस time पे उसको एक centrifugal force लगा. That centrifugal force is called as which force? Pseudo force. Does this force have any origin? No. Does it have any source? No. क्या ये clear हुआ students? Students, is this clear to you all? And whenever a car demands to have greater speed, please take it on the outer lanes. Still outer lanes. That is why students, we have speed limits. अगर शायद तुम लोनावाला के रोड्स पे चले जाओ, लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस वाले लोनावाला की तरफ तुम जाते हो, तो शायद वहाँ पे हाईवेज के ऊपर, हाई स्पीड्स के ऊपर फॉर सर्टेन टाइम वहाँ पे स्पीड लिमिट लिखे हुए रहते हैं. 80 है, 60 है, 80 है, 100 है. जो 100 वाले जिसको जाना है वो आउटर लेन्स में जाते हैं, यानी एक्सीडेंट्स को प्रिवेंट करते हैं. I getting it? You can't, फिर भी 60 है, फिर भी people are moving in that 60 with 80. I getting it? They're moving with 80. Who knows? But they might come across with an accident. यानी एक फ्रिक्शन है जो कार को होल्ड करके रखता है. स्टूडेंट्स, सो फ्रिक्शन इज व्हाट फोर्स? फ्रिक्शन इज अ रियल फोर्स. फ्रिक्शन इज व्हिच फोर्स स्टूडेंट्स? फ्रिक्शन इज अ फोर्स ऑफ फ्रिक्शन इज अ रियल फोर्स. इसका ओरिजिन भी है, ऑफ कोर्स, फॉर्मेशन ऑफ कोल्ड वेल्स. You must have learned in laws of motion. Friction has cold wells, the contact, the interatomic, intermolecular forces between the atoms and molecules. That leads to friction. And the sources with respect to the surface and the ground, or the tires in the ground. तो ये फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स है. इस फ्रिक्शन का कंजर्वेटिव फोर्स? नो, इट्स अ नॉन कंजर्वेटिव फोर्स. इट्स अ कॉन्टैक्ट फोर्स. इट्स अ कॉन्टैक्ट फोर्स वी कंसीडर, क्योंकि यहाँ पे डेसिपेशन ऑफ एनर्जी होगी. यहाँ पे डेसिपेशन ऑफ एनर्जी नहीं है. इसलिए इसको कंजर्वेटिव बोलते हैं और इसको नॉन कंजर्वेटिव. Is this part clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
So now when somebody asks you, students, what is the best example of real force? Then your answer will be, students, every time, best example of real force, force centripetal. What is the best example of pseudo force? Force centrifuge. Centripetal, radially inwards. Is it a real force? Yes. Will it have any origin? Yes. Will it have any source? Yes. ये force किसके लिए चाहिए? For the body to perform circular path. For a body to perform circular path, हमें एक necessary force चाहिए. Centrifugal कभी act होगा. तो तुम बोलोगे सर centrifugal कभी act होगा? When the body is in what frame of reference? Non-inertial frame of reference. Accelerated we consider. Frame of reference we consider. Does this force have any origin? No. Does it have any source? No. What kind of forces does we call? Radially outward force. Radially outward force. And students, the magnitude of force centripetal and force centrifugal are equal in magnitude, opposite in direction. Are you getting it? So the magnitude of force centripetal is equal to magnitude of force centrifugal. Equal in magnitude. So what are the formulas? Sir, mv square by r or mr omega square और m into v into omega. यानी दोनों का फॉर्मूलाज क्या है? सेम ही है. सेंट्रीपिटल एक रेडियली इनवर्ड फोर्स है, सेंट्रीफ्यूगल रेडियली आउटवर्ड फोर्स है. अगर दोनों को मैंने इक्वेट कर दिया, इक्वल इन मैग्नीट्यूड एंड ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन, तो व्हाट इज द रिजल्टेंट फोर्स? इसको यहां पे ले लूंगा तो देयरफॉर कहने से फोर्स सेंट्रीपिटल प्लस फोर्स सेंट्रीफ्यूगल acting on the body is equal to 0. Body is in equilibrium. Body is in equilibrium. Students, उसका मतलब क्या मालूम है? ध्यान से सुना, उसका मतलब क्या मालूम है? अगर ये कार ये लेन में कांस्टेंट स्पीड से 60 की तरफ जा रही है, 60 से ही जा रही है, it's going with the constant speed of 60. At that time, two forces are acting, centripetal and centrifugal, equal in magnitude, opposite in direction. They'll cancel out each other, and therefore the body is performing uniform circular motion with constant speed. Students, take a simple example of celestial bodies. मुझे बताओ students, do Earth revolve around the sun? Students, do Earth revolve around the sun? Yes or no?
Yes.
Is it coming towards the sun? Have you ever found out that the physicist has given in the Times of India, oh my God, that the sun is coming towards the sun. The Earth is coming towards the sun. Have you ever read it like that? Or have you heard it that the Earth is going away from the sun? Huh?
Awesome.
So it's going with uniform speed all the time. यानी उस टाइम पे अर्थ के ऊपर कौन से फोर्सेस एक्ट हो रहा है? दोनों फोर्स हैं. ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स है, एक रियल फोर्स है, वो उसको चाहिए सर्कुलर मोशन के लिए. लेकिन अगर मुझे बॉडी को यूनिफॉर्म मोशन में रखना है तो देयर इज अ काउंटर बैलेंस आल्सो, इक्वल इन मैग्नीट्यूड, ऑपोजिट इन डायरेक्शन. तो कोई भी सिस्टम को इक्विलिब्रियम में चाहिए ना. एनी सिस्टम, एनी बॉडी को इक्विलिब्रियम चाहिए, ईदर स्टैटिक और डायनामिक इक्विलिब्रियम. Algebraic sum of net force acting on the system should be equal to 0. Therefore, we can say the body is certainly in equilibrium, whether it's static or whether it's dynamic, whether it's translational, whether it's rotational or circular. क्या ये पार्ट क्लियर हुआ? Students, is it clear to all of you all?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now can I erase this part, students? इसको मैं erase कर दूं अभी हम जा रहे हैं इसका फॉर्मूला डेरिवेशन. तो ये बहुत ध्यान में रखना स्टूडेंट्स, हमेशा ध्यान में रखना. और यहाँ पे पॉइंट्स को तुम्हें क्या हाईलाइट करना है, कौन से पॉइंट्स को हाईलाइट करना है? सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स इज द बेस्ट एग्जांपल ऑफ, इट्स अ बेस्ट एग्जांपल, ना, इट्स अ बेस्ट एग्जांपल ऑफ सीडो फोर्स. कभी प्ले करेगा नॉन इनिशियल फ्रेम ऑफ रेफरेंस में. क्या उसको ओरिजिन है? नहीं है. क्या उसको सोर्स है? नहीं है. तो उसको कैसे समझना है? अगर तुम परमिसिबल स्पीड से ज्यादा जाते हो उसी ट्रैक के अंदर, तो तुम्हें बाहर की तरफ एक खींचा होगा, क्योंकि अभी वो फ्रिक्शन होल्ड नहीं कर रहा है, टायर्स अभी ये बॉडी को होल्ड नहीं कर रहा है। टायर्स जितना था उतना वो सपोर्ट करने को देख रहा था कार को, लेकिन अभी तुमने जबरदस्ती उस लेन से बियॉन्ड स्पीड तुमने बढ़ा दी है, तो कार डिमांड कर रहा है बाहर जाने के लिए, क्योंकि उसको एक सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स एक्ट हो रहा है। और अगर उसी टाइम पे तुम बाहर नहीं लेके जाएंगे तो पॉसिबिलिटी टॉपल भी हो सकता है, या इफ योर टायर्स आर नॉट प्रॉपर, इफ योर टायर्स आर नॉट प्रॉपर यू माइट फाइंड आउट द टायर्स गेट बर्स्ट। टायर्स भी बर्स्ट हो जाते हैं, क्योंकि कंसिस्टेंट फ्रिक्शन से हीट प्रोड्यूस होगी, बिकॉज इट्स अ कॉन्टैक्ट फोर्स, नॉन कंजर्वेटिव फोर्स, उसमें एनर्जी, हीट एनर्जी प्रोड्यूस होगी। Students, I'm getting a call from Borivali. Okay, sir. Let us go for this. The maximum speed for a car to move on a circular, students, on bank road, students. The formula, how do you go about it? So when you go for it, students, let us consider the car is over here. This is a center of the circular part. Motion we consider as UCM we consider. So you can see that is for car to perform uniform circular motion. You need force centripetal, which is which force? Real force. Okay, you need force centripetal. This real force has origin and source, yes. So who's providing it? This force centripetal is provided by, can you tell me who provides it? तो तुम क्या बोलोगे? Force of friction. And the force of centripetal is provided by what? Force of static friction. I repeat, for a car to perform circular motion on a circular track, this is a center, ये तुम्हारा position vector है, ये तुम्हारा force centripetal है. यहाँ पे force centripetal कौन provide कर रहा है? Force of static friction, क्योंकि वो एक real force है. I want to find out the maximum speed of a car on a circular track. So what do you do? Sir, equate these two. They're equal in magnitude, students. So now can I say force centripetal is given by what formula? So it's mv square by r. What is m? Mass of the car. The mass of the car is m. What is r? Radius of the circular part. What is v? Is the velocity with which the car is performing circular motion. So force centripetal is mv square by r. What is force of static friction? So तुम क्या बोलोगे? It's mu s into n. Since force of static friction is equal to mu into n, students learned it in fourth chapter. Students, friction is done with y'all. Students?
Yes, sir. We started friction in last lecture only.
Okay, so force of static friction is equal to mu s into n we consider. But what is n we consider? It's normal reaction force. So can I say force of static friction can be written as mu into m into g? And force of static friction is equal to mu into m into g. So can I say mv square by r is equal to mu? Instead of n, can I say m into g? Yes, m will get cancelled. Can you give me the formula for maximum velocity now? Yes, what's the formula for Vmax? Under root mu r g at millimeter per second. Is this formula clear to all of you? So is this formula clear to all of you all? for a car to move on a circular unbanked road, maximum speed of a car is under root mu rg. What exactly mu stands for? Coefficient of friction. किसका friction? तुरंत तुम्हें बोलना चाहिए between the tires and the road. सुन सभी ध्यान से सुनना. अगर suppose friction की value कम होगी, students, अगर यानी for example you're moving on a circular track, students, you're moving on a circular track, okay, and suppose if the tires are not in good condition, will you be able to go with that maximum speed? No. Suppose if you're using a car, and the tires of the car are worn out, I get it. Will you be able to run with that speed? No. Secondly, your tires are good, perfectly fine, new brand tires, road is circular. But now, listen carefully, but now if there is oil ahead of you, तुम उसी रोड पे आगे ऑयल देख रहे हो, तो क्या म्यू कांस्टेंट रहेगा या म्यू डिक्रीज हो जाएगा? सब म्यू तो डिक्रीज हो जाएगा, कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ फ्रिक्शन कम हो जाएगा. तो विल यू बी एबल टू मूव विद द सेम स्पीड? नो. यानी स्टूडेंट्स, अगर कार को कांस्टेंट स्पीड से जानी है उस रोड के ऊपर, तो दोनों चीज को ध्यान में रखना है. कार के टायर्स भी सही होना चाहिए, रोड भी सही होना चाहिए, तभी जाके स्टूडेंट्स बारिश में during monsoon, why do people take care during monsoons? Because monsoon is just after summer and the roads are most of the times we consider having some oil deposition onto it, because consistently smoke की वजह से एक layer of oil हो जाता है, जो exhaust gases होता है उससे oil होता है. और जब भी फर्स्ट रेन्स गिरती है, स्टूडेंट्स, यू मस्ट हैव ऑब्जर्व्ड, जब भी पहली बारिश गिरती है ऑन गुड रोड्स इन दैट केस, वहां पे यू मस्ट हैव सीन मैक्सिमम बाइकर्स दे स्किड. टू व्हीलर्स वाले ज्यादा स्किड होते हैं पहली बारिश में, फर्स्ट या सेकंड रेंज के अंदर. जब भी हेवी रेंज हो जाते हैं तो वो जो ऑयल सरफेस है वो वॉश आउट हो जाता है. Are you getting it? So what exactly Vmax? The maximum velocity for a car to move on a circular unbanked road is under root mu rg. Now when you look over here, if radius increases, if radius of the circular path increases, does the velocity will increase? Yes. Mu and g are constant. Yani, does your velocity depends on the coefficient of friction? Of course it depends on the coefficient of friction. Coefficient of friction ka matlab kya hai? It's between the tires and the road. Both should be in good condition in order to have Vmax. So how do you go for maximum velocity? To get the maximum velocity for a car on a circular unbanked road, students, the car should perform circular motion, uniform circular motion. You need which force? Force centripetal, which is which force? Real force. Does this real force has any origin, has any source? Yes, that's a force of static friction. Who provides the force centripetal? Is provided by the frictional force we consider. What is the formula for force centripetal? I have three formulas over here. ध्यान से सुना, I have three formulas for centripetal, लेकिन मैंने कौन सा select किया? mv square by r. क्यों mv square by r? Why did I pick up this? Because I need to find out velocity. इसलिए मैंने v के हिसाब से लिया. What is force of static friction? Mu s into n. N is mg. N gets cancelled. Vmax. Now this is a maximum speed. Students, can you tell me what will be the safe speed and what is the speed for toppling? को बता सकते हैं? What is the safe speed and what is the speed for toppling? If this is Vmax for a body to move on a circular, car to move on a circular track, what is a safe speed? तो कोई भी इंसान बोलेगा, सर अगर ये सर्कुलर ट्रैक है और ये सर्कुलर ट्रैक 100 किलोमीटर पर आवर का स्पीड दिखा रहा है, मेरी कार ये स्पीड से जा सकती है, वो Vmax होगा. लेकिन अगर मुझे एक्सीडेंट्स नहीं चाहिए, क्योंकि मुझे नहीं पता कि आगे रोड ऑयली होगा, तो ड्राइवर करता क्या है, भले वो 100 का स्पीड, लेकिन वो जानबूझ के वो 80 पे चलाएगा उसी ट्रैक में, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, या 90 पे चलाएगा, स्पीड लेस देन दैट, स्लाइटली लेस देन दैट. तो ये कौन सी स्पीड होगी? 90 किलोमीटर पर आवर क्या हो जाएगी? सेफ स्पीड. स्टूडेंट्स, ही कांट गो टू 60 इन दिस. ध्यान से देखना, अब ये भी देखना स्टूडेंट्स, अगर उसने 100 से 90 या 95 तक जा सकता है, लेकिन अगर वो 60 जाना चाहता है तो ये ट्रैक पे नहीं, the car will automatically go inwards. क्योंकि 60 के लिए you need to have a shorter radius. V decreases, R should decrease appreciably. अगर तुमने R को नहीं डिक्रीज किया तो अभी भी तुम्हारे टायर्स worn out हो सकते हैं. कुछ समझ में आ रहा है स्टूडेंट्स? यानी तुम अगर डिक्रीज करोगे भी तो एक सर्टेन लिमिट पे, बहुत कम नहीं कर सकते हो। अगर बहुत कम है तो ऑटोमेटिकली तुम्हारी कार अंदर की तरफ आती है। तभी जाके स्टूडेंट्स, ओवरटेक करना है तो राइट से करो, ओवरटेक नहीं करना है तो लेफ्ट पे आओ, कम स्पीड पे जाना तो लेफ्ट पे। तो व्हाट इज दिस वी कंसीडर, ये तुम्हारा वी मैक्स होगा। 90 to 95 का कंसीडर, ये क्या हो जाएगा तुम्हारा सेफ स्पीड। व्हाट इज द स्पीड फॉर टॉपलिंग, a speed greater than Vmax। अगर तुमने उसी लेन में 100 की जगह पे 105, 110 पे मूव किया तो ये क्या होगा, स्पीड टू टॉपल। क्या ये क्लियर हुआ सुरेश?
Yes.
Yeah. So the maximum speed for a car to move on a circular unbanked road, students always keep in mind under road mu as RG. So coefficient of friction is a very important term over here, and due to friction, the car has been made to hold onto the surface. So now if somebody asks you what is the reason for the car to move on a circular road, who supports motion? Friction. What is the direction of friction? What is the direction of friction? From the body, from the center of gravity of the car, from the center of gravity of the car along the radius. Is it the force centripetal? Yes, because friction is a cause we consider. Centripetal we consider is a real force, and real forces are those which has origin and source. Can I erase this part here? Students, can I erase it? Students, hi
Yes,
na?
sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now, students, a question to you all. Let's see who can give me a mathematical formula for this. A question throw कर रहा हूँ, okay? And this is actually a multiple choice question only. ये भी तुम्हारा MCQ ही था, लेकिन यहाँ पे मैंने पूरा derive करके दे दिया। Students, अभी तुम problems अभी solve करोगे, they'll give you the values over here to get the solutions for it. Now, this is the last question, okay? Students, the question is, what exactly the question is? Listen carefully, students. ये एक rotating drum है, okay? Now, students, listen carefully. This is a rotating cylinder, okay, or a drum with a base. Okay, it's a bigger drum in that case. Okay, now the answer is going to students. Okay, suppose if in case if I let you to enter inside this particular drum, मैं यहाँ पे एक छोटा सा दरवाजा उसको मैंने खोल दिया और फिर तुम्हें अंदर मैंने भेज दिया. Okay, and you are standing in contact with the wall. Students, you are standing and you are in contact with the wall, as if you're standing onto the base and your hands are spread aligned in this manner. You're in contact with the wall of the drum. Okay, and now the drum starts rotating. Listen carefully. You are in contact with the base as well as you are resting onto the wall of the drum. This is the axis of rotation. Now I've started rotating the drum. Oh, ये कर लिया हमने. Students, can you give an answer for this? Follow. With what angular speed? What minimum angular speed the drum should rotate so that it should not lose any contact? Yes. Anyone? Come on, Ashmita. Can you unmute and answer? Give me the proper explanation for this.
Yes, sir.
Chalo bolo, I want you only to answer. Fast.
We know that centripetal force is equal to minus of centrifugal force.
Okay.
We just learned that.
So I'm not concerned with the direction. I'm concerned they are equal in magnitude.
Yes, sir.
I want what is the minimum angular speed with which the drum should be rotated or cylinder should rotate so that you should not lose contact and not fall down. क्योंकि मैंने जैसे speed बढ़ाया तो मैंने उसका base निकाल दिया. I'm removing the base of the drum. I'm getting it. So as I go on increasing the speed, at what speed the person still remains in contact in spite of there is no base? That's my question is. So what is the minimum angular speed with which the drum should rotate so that the body or the person should not lose contact? The base is removed. Yes, Ashmita, waiting for you.
So mg will act downwards.
Which force will act downwards? mg.
Mg.
Okay, mg is acting downwards.
And friction is acting upwards.
Okay, since अगर suppose body stay नहीं करता और वो नीचे की तरफ गिरता तो weight की तरफ गिरेगा तो force of friction but of course will act
upwards.
ऊपर की तरफ. Yes.
Yes, sir. And since the drum is rotating, normal force is towards right.
Okay, normal force is from the surface passing to center of gravity of the person towards the axis. So ये normal reaction force होगा.
So it will be centripetal force because
okay, this normal reaction force can be considered as force of centripetal, but then the body should come towards the axis.
No, sir. Since centrifugal force is also acting, therefore it is sticking to the.
Okay, so your normal reaction force is actually balanced by the force of centrifugal because. Okay, students, answer sunna. Your normal reaction force is directed from the body towards the center, which is actually your force of centripetal also we can consider. लेकिन क्या बॉडी तुम्हारे एक्सिस की तरफ आ रहा है? नहीं आ रहा है क्योंकि ड्रम को तुमने वो स्पीड से मूव किया है तो बॉडी इस तरफ नहीं आ रहा है. यानी कौन सा फोर्स उसको पीछे की तरफ लेके जा रहा है? एक सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स लेके जा रहा है. तो तुम्हारा नॉर्मल रिएक्शन फोर्स या
N is equal to centripetal force.
हाँ, so but the centripetal force is equal to centrifugal force, equal in magnitude. Of course, this is centripetal, but we can equate it.
Yes.
Agree? Now. So now equating.
So now.
What is force of static friction? M into G, balance कर रहा है, body नीचे नहीं गिर रहा है ना? At high speed, at omega, ध्यान से सुना, the person doesn't come down. That means it is still held by the force of friction. दोनों equilibrium में होंगे, है ना? तभी जाके person वही है, आया ना?
Yes, sir.
So now force of static friction is mu into n, which is equal to m into g. But what is n? What is n? Force of centripetal I can consider, which is equal to m into g. I need omega. So what's the formula for centripetal force? There are three formulas for centripetal force. mr omega square, m into v into omega, mv square by r. कौन सा formula तुम लोगे?
First one, mr omega square.
So mu into m into r into omega square is equal to m into g. M will get cancelled. So what's the minimum angular speed with which you will rotate the drum? That will be equal to what?
Root g by nu into r.
Yes. That's a minimum angular speed we consider is for the one to rotate the drum in that case.
Radian per second unit.
Yes. Is this clear, students?
Yes.
Students, can you clear hua? Fine. Now, students, in the next lecture, we'll be moving further ahead from here onwards with banking of load, considering friction, vertical pendulum, vertical circular motion, students, and then we'll be solving your MCQs. I'm getting it? And this part, we have more of assertion and reason questions. We'll be going for most of the questions based on the MCQs with choices, we'll be going for it. So please, next lecture, jitna kiya hai, utna revise karna properly. Okay, without revision, please, it's no use pushing yourself into the lectures. नहीं तो कुछ समझ में नहीं आए. Okay. So we wind up right now.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, most welcome.